All right, welcome to our Facebook series for adult education and literacy. Our goal is to provide all of our students with a clear understanding of how online education is working this fall and to make sure you're still aware of all the wonderful programs that we offer in our department. So my name is Kathy Kramer, and my job at JJC is to support teachers and students. And so I just want to make sure that everyone is aware that I'm here. And if you have any problems with technology, with your classes, you have a question, but you don't know who to ask, come to me. I can help you with anything. And I put my email in the comments, so it's there for you. And I also want to remind everyone that we are still accepting enrollment for this fall. So make sure you check out our enrollment. I'll put it in the comments also, and get registered as soon as possible so we can get you into your classes. But today I'm super excited to be sharing Galina Cardulari with you. She is our literacy specialist and also a friend of mine. We both came from another school together. So I'm excited for you to meet her today and all the information that she has to share with you on tutors to help students, why you might want a tutor, and how to go about getting one. So welcome, Galina.
Hello, everybody. That's a sign of the epoch we're living through. Um, so it's really, I'm so excited to be with you today in the air. You know, like crossing all these borders and go just live. Because I think what we are doing, Cassie and myself and the whole Department of Adult Education at JJC, are super important because we continue to touch people to the knowledge and to help them to fulfill their goals.
It is true. It's true. And Galina has a really special job because one of the things that I like about how she sets up tutors, and they become like lifetime friends sometimes. So it's
That's true.
yeah. And
That's
they get
true.
more excited about their tutors than our classes sometimes, Galina.
um, and it has its own explanation, because the tutor and student match are always unique because so I'm specifically try to find an appropriate tutor for an appropriate student and to match this pair to work to efficiently work together. And the result is very often bonding between the student and the tutor, and it lasts for years.
It really does. It really does. All right, so I've got some questions for you. I told you, Galina, every one of these has a phone call, a dog bark, something.
Yes.
So let's just start with a question I ask everyone. How are you feeling about this fall semester?
Just my feeling about this fall semester is mixed. First of all, I would say it is very different from the past years. On the other hand, I feel optimistic, because this coronavirus didn't kill us. And what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, and we are becoming stronger and stronger, and it's really understandable. It was very challenging at the beginning. I would say spring was different and very challenging, but working pretty hard, like the whole department did that through spring, summer, and pre-fall semester. We have achieved a lot, and we started to understand what we should do under the circumstances. Also, we developed a variety of various strategies, I would say, how to tackle online learning, how to deal with those students who you don't see in person, in flesh. So, and how you could effectively help them.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, but just, and now we can easily go in person, online, hybrid, whatever. I
We
would
can
say.
do it all. Well,
But
Galena, I wanted to tell you that Mandy is here and Michelle Lyman. And Michelle Lyman said, "We are becoming stronger, Galena." Well said. It's true.
yeah, just and also I should add that in terms of recruitment, our numbers are growing. Students are coming to us. I mean, to the adult education department, and uh, the literacy program recruitment numbers are rising. So we attract more adult learners than, say, in spring.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have
And
more
I
now
think it's
than
very
we did.
good because, just people are getting used and are adjusting to the situations. The word of mouth is working in a different mode, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
So we are accepting applications from students and tutors online. But now it's not like big deal. So we all do that. Mhm.
Okay, so you're saying it's not a big deal to be online, but okay, so let's say I'm a student that doesn't have a lot of technology experience and I want a tutor, but I'm really nervous. What advice would you give to that student?
Uh, I would say that there are two sides of the problem. First of all, so just technology and then getting a tutor. If you are nervous about getting a tutor, you shouldn't be really, you shouldn't worry about that because you'll get undivided attention. Just I would say that imagine in the classroom, the teacher is usually like a parent. And I would say the tutor is a doting, uh, grandma or auntie, just taking special care of these kids,
I like
spoiling
that.
them. I don't mean spoiling in terms of, like really spoiling, but in terms of providing specialized care and
Hmm.
loving support. So we have mentioned bonding before, and that's very true. You know, um, Also, our tutors are specifically trained to identify your needs. So your tutoring session is going to be tailored to your needs, not somebody else's,
Hmm.
but specifically yours. And it's gonna be a session which first will have in mind your goals, your personal goals, and will mend the deficiencies so which the tutor will be able to identify in your uh, background preparation, all that. So making
Uh,
the very process smooth. Mhm.
I like that. I like that. Um, oh, and we have Tanya says, Galena is the best. Wow, you have a little fan club going on here.
You
I
are the
like
best
it.
too.
She
Believe me.
loves you at the
Yeah.
Plainfield Library. So shout out to the Plainfield Library for joining us today.
So wonderful work, dedicated people. And this is all about the literacy world where people are
Mhm.
dedicated. So tutors, staff, libraries, all people are doing great job.
All connected.
Absolutely. Yeah. Although when you ask me what literacy is, I'm like, okay, it's kind of elusive, it's vague, but this is, you know, uh, it's very much about people and
Hmm.
helping people,
Hmm.
about the goals of people, how we care and how we help and how we build. Um, so how we program, how we do programming. to help people to reach their goals.
Right.
Goals
You
might
know,
be very different, you know. So,
I, I was talking with a student the other day, and she said she was in a program years ago, and she felt like she just got lost somewhere between the cracks.
okay,
And I think you and I were talking earlier how I think we're like that safety net now. Like all of us work together, the Plainfield Library, Joliet Library, um, everyone in our department, to make sure that we have this little net. So when you think you're falling,
Cresthill,
we're going
White
to catch
Oaks, yeah, and other libraries. Yeah, absolutely. And, and we are pretty happy that, so we started our biweekly library and literacy meetings from a very small number of people, like 3, and now it's increasing. And I would say that this exchange is critical, and we really feel that we are part of this common effort in
you.
literacy. And like, people, reading is important, knowledge is important, writing is important, and we all do that. And you see, so just come to us, we'll help you with what you want. And it's
Yeah.
also critical. Why would I need a tutor? You could come to the tutor and to our program technically at any stage, if, but so just our program is funded by the Secretary of State. Uh, so just there are certain limitation. If in adult basic education, your maximum equal tested grade level 9. So for ESL students, it's 7. But I know that most of ESL students stuck somewhere at level 6, which is a kind of mystery. But probably this is when they acquire the foreign language, English in this case, to the extent they realize they need extra help. Guys,
Right.
you're welcome. Yeah, because
So,
they have
Galina,
already accumulated vocabulary. Comprehension has tremendously improved. And they suddenly realize, it's not enough. I need more.
true.
Come
Yeah.
to our program. Yeah. And
Yeah.
with any aspect, conversation, reading, writing, anything.
Okay, so Galina, that's one of the things I'm really excited about. You know I am because I keep asking you, when's it coming? When's it coming? But we're going to have conversation
Oh,
groups, right?
it was a kind of very surprising that tutors started with conversation groups. Uh, just sometimes it was like 2 people. Now just some tutors like, not many people are responding. I'm like, okay. One of the tutors, Nelson Plainton publicly, just 8 people came last time. I'm like, came? She's like, Zoom. Zoom came. Probably we should invent a new word, I guess. And yeah, and I really love our tutors because they are not afraid to put some extra effort because just to collect all this. So they send reminders. They just first of all they asked me. I trained some how to use Zoom. Because it was like something new, but they were so afraid to lose their students and so afraid that students could, I would say, deteriorate in their knowledge, because under COVID isolation, you know how it might happen. So, and they were so eager to restore conversation groups again. And another thing, which is also very important, conversation groups could happen, I would say, on the go. I've heard from tutors that even having a phone and doing something around your home, you could technically be present at this conversation session.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
true.
probably distracted. Yeah, distracted. But, mm, I would say it's an advantage of technology, definitely.
So when can
But
we
on the other
expect
hand,
that it's coming, Galina? When can we expect?
Say it again?
So when can we expect, like, well, we have organized conversation groups with a tutor that will announce?
Yes, we have. Just like, yeah, we have several groups in one site. Also, just now, another group is being gathered, which is like technically, I don't know how to say. It's based online, of course. So, but it's gonna be led by the Joliet Public Library. They're launching a group. So I think all these are very good signs because people realize that COVID will be here to stay, just for another, I don't
So
know.
don't wait until we're face to face again.
Yeah.
So if
So
someone's
just
interested in a conversation group, they can send you an email and say, how can I get involved in a conversation group?
some people, when I collect, so if people feel they need a tutor, I usually try to find out what the needs are. Because adult learners are pretty aware of what specifically they need to improve and what their goals are. Sometimes it changes during the interview, the initial interview. Um, Sometimes, so we stay on the same. So, and if the person says, "I need so just to develop my speaking," but I don't want to speak publicly. I am an ex, um, ESL student, and I could somehow say that uh, I really feel that your level is good enough to go to a conversation group, and you would benefit, and I
Okay.
would place you with this or that group. Sometimes people could be shy, and everything goes on Zoom. Sometimes,
Is that a new
yeah.
saying? Zoom, zoom.
Yeah, I'm like, how many times have I said this today? I don't like the. I'm used to this platform. I know just other platforms are also good enough, but this is how it's, you know.
So Galina, you've got like this huge fan club. Carrie Upjohn says you couldn't ask for somebody more helpful than Galina. Did you like invite all your fans here today?
Why don't we? Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Galina, something when I start something new, I know that tutors are a great idea because they're going to help me, but I always get a little nervous not knowing everything. So I want to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
So if I decide to ask you for a tutor, how much time each week do I need to commit to being with that tutor?
Technically, we request from the tutors to commit at least 6 months. So
Okay.
if the
So the
so just
student and tutor?
yeah, but I can't tell you, just every case is unique and
Okay.
every match is unique. So it's on individual basis because if your specific goal has been fulfilled, okay, we need to meet again and probably reconsider and probably be sure that you still need a tutor, probably just for fulfilling other goals because they are changing. you know, uh, each literacy program has, a lot of stories. And I know people who studied in literacy programs as just low-level ESL students and then became business women here,
Mm.
able to, but their goals with their tutors were changing from getting to learn English to how could I write a business proposal or just an offer to my um, customers or anything else. And it depends.
Okay. What about somebody who's working on their GED or high set? Can they get
Mhm.
a tutor to help them with writing, math, science, social studies?
Again, it depends, just like how on this aspect aspects, the tutor has been tested. So if it's at or below level 9, of course.
Okay. So anyone that's like, I think I want a tutor, they should just email you and then you'll work it out.
They
You'll
could go
talk to everyone.
online. They could go online. Our JGC Adult Ed page, find literacy services, and then we have, if they are shy, just to email me directly, because sometimes it happens.
Okay, so I will put that link in
and there is
the
an online application. So if it's a student, the student fills out student part. If someone wants to tutor part, it's like,
okay.
for convenience, we made it, just a kind of.
Okay, so we have talked about students, but what if somebody today is watching and they would like to be a tutor? They would like to work with our ESL or HSC students. What are the benefits of being a tutor, and how can a person become one?
It's really funny that you ask about that. So just one of the benefits is that tutors, or people who do tutoring, they live longer. I cannot give you just like direct reference at the point, but when I was at one of the meetings of Literacy Works, they mentioned that.
That you live longer when you tutor.
Like indirect, yes, people who devote themselves to this volunteering. So they really have a lot of health benefits, by the way. How to become a tutor? Tutors come through online channels at the point, either using the application Tutor part that I mentioned, or through volunteer match. And I would say that the previous 10 days were fruitful, for people came all of a sudden, and they're now in training. We train, our tutors training is free. We train them on basics of adult education, because adult learners are different from kids. And the major difference is that with adult learners, you start from the known to the unknown. We should,
that's true. That is true.
So, and all your strategies and approaches are based on that premise.
Our students bring so much to.
They all have a lot of luggage, and when the student comes to me, used to come, now just online, and says, I don't understand anything, just no math. I'm like, who's in charge of your family finances? Me. And you don't understand math at all? I don't believe you. Yeah, you're managing financial matters. Let's find out what you don't understand that.
Yeah.
Because math is a language in itself. You probably don't understand this language. Okay, we'll fix it.
Yeah, that's true. I think I like that. Math is like a language. You have to learn it.
Yes. Yeah. And when you really dig deeper. So, and I would say that that's another aspect to become a tutor, this constant knowledge exchange, cultural exchange. Always here, a tutor is a cultural broker, and the tutor is a kind of, is always rediscovering himself or herself.
I like that.
And it's amazing. It's amazing how it happens. Yeah.
Well, Galina, as we kind of come to an end, is there anything else you would like to share with us?
It was really very
fast. Is there anything else you would like to share with us before we close today?
I would probably do we have any questions from anybody else?
Fan club saying how wonderful you are.
Thank you. I'm flattered. Uh,
But people can,
you
you can
know,
always leave a question in the comments and we can get back to you if you leave it later. Because some people will
yeah,
watch this later and they maybe will have a question, and
yeah,
feel free to leave it in the comments, and then
yeah.
Galina or myself.
Probably, yeah. So, just probably if you, when do you need a tutor? When you feel that you are stuck. So, you could use online application. You could be referred by your teacher. You could use my mail. You could just use my phone number because it's on the website of the college. It's not.
And it's across the screen
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. If you're afraid of doing just meeting with your tutor online, don't be, because your tutor is afraid.
It's
I'm serious,
true. It's so true.
because your tutor is afraid of doing things online too.
You're going to
Also,
learn
just
together.
I understand. So we are doing things from our homes. If you feel, I know that for some cultures it is confusing when you have your family in your background, dog breaking through. We are all like normal people,
Hmm.
and we're working from home. And unfortunately, and this is where it starts. We should accept each other and understand that under the circumstances where when the border, the between home and office is blurred, we should accept it as it is, and we do what we should do.
Hmm.
We are helping each other, we are working together. And another thing which you should always remember, tutor is always on your side.
Yeah, it's true. It's so
Yeah,
true. Yeah. Well, very good,
yeah,
Galina. Thank you. So I think Galina shared a lot of good information with about tutors today, and we just want to make sure that you know you don't have to do this online learning alone. We have tutors that are well trained, that are kind-hearted, that really want to be there to help you. So
yeah. And yeah,
do it.
just an adult education, if you have a tutor, you are, you know um, brothers in I don't know, brothers in tutoring, brothers in this online quest, just because sometimes you tell the tutor how to press the button, sometimes the tutor tells you so what is the proper spelling of the word. So just you're on the you balance each other, so don't be afraid, please.
No, it's a great way to really work on some of the skills that you know you need to work on to reach your goals.
Yeah, and
So
it's possible.
yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
So we just want to remind everyone to, if you haven't registered yet for classes this fall, fill out the application or the enrollment form, watch the video. Once you're in classes and you've enrolled, fill out the literacy app so that you can get signed up with a volunteer. And we do always ask that you share our flyers, because we are trying to make sure that everyone in our community understands that we are open for business. We are happy that students are coming into our program and working with us online this fall. And next week, I'm going to be interviewing Nick Bowers. He is one of our instructors for early school transition program. So if you maybe had just a few credits missing from an area high school, this is going to be the interview you want to listen to, because we'll be talking about how you could still get your high school diploma from that high school. So it'll be really good. So that's next week at 3 o'clock. Otherwise, we appreciate you joining us today, and we look forward to seeing all of you.
Yeah, don't hesitate to come to us for help. We'll be more than happy
Yes,
to help you to
definitely.
reach your goals, guys.
All right. Thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody.
Bye bye.